你好，你好，我叫明蕾，我喜欢中文。
Me personally, I would like Sean to be fluent in Mandarin so he can use it in any way he desires, including in when he's an adult and looking for a job and working a job, and he can be able to use it there. I think it would be great, and just to be able to have that again, so he can talk to people from China.
Why we chose to move in a direction to add Mandarin enrichment to the school district. I think everyone has to be aware that we're a global society and we have to prepare our students to live in a global world.
We knew that we wanted an opportunity for our students to be multilingual. And we also know that Mandarin is the #1 spoken language in the world. And what a great opportunity for our kids. So we also know that teaching children a language at a very early age will create more literate.
I've learned to say, 我习惯 something that I know or something that I
stories, I guess. I hear stories from parents of the children who are in the program, and they sell the program. They're the ones who sell the program to other parents. So we have students that enroll in kindergarten, it's other parents that have talked to them about what their own children are learning in the Chinese immersion program.
My son is 12, almost 13, and we have some friends in town who have younger children that are in the Chinese program, and the parents will say, oh, have your son speak Mandarin to my little kids, and they have a little Mandarin conversation which us parents can't even translate. Yeah. And it's great that, you see a little Caucasian person talking to an Asian person, they're having this conversation, and it's great that they can share with other classmates, whereas when you went on the weekend, there wasn't other people around to speak Mandarin.
They're natural learners, and when you place them in immersion, they're like little sponges. The more they hear the Chinese, the more they hear Mandarin in the classroom, the more it's used. They may not answer right away in Chinese, although I think our kids do very well, but it's evident to me that when the teacher speaks to them, they understand what they're saying, so they're comprehending. So we're watching them go through the sequences that children go through language acquisition. So the younger we do that, the more comfortable they are, they have no fear, they're comfortable making mistakes and taking risks, because we all do that.
He likes to write the characters and he knows them. Maybe seeing them speaking in dialogue with somebody else so that you can see that they're understanding and speaking the language.
And Chinese is not easy. It's difficult, but they love the characters. There's so many beautiful parts of the Mandarin culture and language. I mean, it's just not the language. Everything has meaning.
When you went into the classroom, you probably saw a very literate classroom where everything was labeled. And we do that in English in all of our classrooms, but to have the Chinese language and characters right next to it, it's just a constant reinforcement to them.
This is West Street Kindergarten Mandarin class. When you come here, you will find 我爱你. So this part is read in Mandarin, and this part is I love you. It's the year of the rooster. And all of these are Chinese postcards. And here is the calendar I made last year. So I will change this every month. And this is our schedule here. This part is Chinese zodiac. Things like homework or center, I will put them here. And then they will know where there's things, they are here. And here is the name chart. You can see this part is in English. And this part is Chinese. Here is our message. So today is Tuesday.
It does require a lot of preparation on their part. They are spending a lot of hours. What they're doing is taking resources that are in English and translating them, and even drawing the characters to go with it. So it does take a lot of time.
First, when my students come to the pocket, I will let them to be ready to learn. So usually we will do a very short sound, let them quiet and be ready to learn.
耳朵耳朵，听老师听老师，嘴巴嘴巴，不说话不说话。
And then after they are ready to learn, we will start. First, usually we will review the things we learned before. Usually use a faster card or lower cards, make it review. And then we will learn something new. At this part, sometimes we will read and we will do some game to let them practice this part.
6减4等于 Remember you need to say this one. 6减4等于果果。2。很好。
As last, we will do a little read some game or song or let them relax.
，unbelievable to see, especially students who read really well in English are often the kids that can read the new characters well in Chinese.
What makes a successful immersion, Chinese immersion teacher in our schools? We have been very fortunate to have outstanding teachers from Alfred. I think the students will tell you that the #1 piece is their proficiency in English. Although they're very excited to learn the language, what they find with the current teacher, who's extremely proficient in English, is that they feel more successful because she can bridge those languages for them. You know, I think the more that we can do side by side, so in kindergarten when they're learning, you know, to count to 100, they're also learning to count to 100 in Chinese. So not only is it extending their language, but their content knowledge is also growing. So we're reinforcing that counting skill, for example, twice. You know, they get it in English, they get it in Chinese, and then we're showing them the connection in the language. And I think the more we do that for students, the more learning and retention that happens.
I think it's very different because Amity is able to be with us all day. So when our students are learning English, she's also learning English with them and participating with them. So I think that they're able to form a relationship with their teacher in English and in Mandarin. And I think it's different because everything that we're doing, we're trying to build connections between English and Mandarin. So no matter what we're doing, we're always looking to build the two together.
I think it's really important that we communicate a lot about what's coming in the next couple of weeks, using our planning time to discuss how things that we're doing in English and either ELA and math can then be incorporated into what they're learning in Chinese. I think it's really important to try to incorporate Chinese as much as we can throughout the day. So at least 2 days a week, our morning meeting, which every student in the entire school uses, has the opportunity to greet each other in Chinese, to share something either about what we're learning or about themselves using sentence structure and language that they've learned in Chinese, and then playing games or an activity that we do in Chinese, and then our message might incorporate some things that they've learned in Chinese. Background is often in elementary education in some way, so that they've had some experiences already working with young children.
Come in with enthusiasm, be willing to ask questions.
You need to have the right attitude towards everything, because for us everything is new.
If you don't know something, ask. We're more than willing to help you.
Maybe at the beginning you will feel the high pressure in this program.
Don't be afraid. Just enjoy yourself. Don't be nervous. Try to enjoy every minute.
The most successful are those that come and just make themselves at home here. We treat them like they're part of our family.
Try to make friends with these people, with your classroom teacher or other teachers here.
Geneva is a lovely community. mean, we're here on Seneca Lake. You have a small liberal arts college. There are more people that speak Mandarin than what I think people realize. And this is a community that welcomes people from different countries, different ethnicities, different religions with open arms.